sit down, coming out of PE town. One drink, find a shot, never mind your liver, get to Gino's spot.
Gino Spot!
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino Spot!
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino Shot!
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino Spot!
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino Spot!
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Gino's spot.
Gino Spot!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gino Spot. Tuesday, every single Tuesday at 6:30, we give it a go. We get interesting people from all over town, all over the Eastern Cape, in fact. And so if you're watching from wherever you're watching from, let us know where you are and what you're doing. You can comment live on YouTube, especially if you're watching on YouTube. YouTube is the best place to watch it. If you're watching on Facebook, go away from Facebook and look on YouTube, and then look for Gino Spot and click on the subscribe button, because that is the best way to do it. It reminds you, it is free of charge, and it reminds you every single week that you are that you have to come and watch Gino Spot. And while you're cooking supper or having a glass of wine on a Tuesday, which is like towards the beginning of the week and you can't even see the weekend yet, you can still have a little bit of something and have a bit of a relaxing time on Gino Spot. Also getting to know whoever we are interviewing, which is also the great part as well. We get to know so many people. We've had close on 500 or 500 and more. I don't know, I haven't counted them, but there must be close on 500, if it's not 500 already, interviews from people around, and the list keeps getting longer. It's getting better and better as we go along, because we, even the technical stuff is getting better, we hope. You never know, because Mr. Cockup's always just around the corner. Philip is doing tech tonight, and we have Candice Parker in the studio, which is going to be very interesting. We'll chat about from her whole journey from Nashua to Lord knows where, to VP, we'll chat another alma mater like that. And also, this week I'm wearing my Songs That Rocked Our World shirt. You'll see this now. This is on Thursday. We are at the Kenton Wine Festival. And the Kenton Wine Festival, full of people from Lower Albany. We love that, But they're all going to be there, but we're going on a tour to Lower Albany, and we're going to be doing the Songs That Rocked Our World on Thursday night. It's going to be at just behind Three Ways. There's a field there. I can't remember what it's called, but it's everybody in Kenton knows where it is. And if you don't know where it is, if you're in Kenton, listen to the noise and just follow the noise, and we'll be there. We're on a back of a flatbed truck, going to be great. And then we head back to an 80s show, which we are doing at the Bay West Center Stage at Bay West. Center Stage at Bay West. If you haven't been there already, you need to go and have a look. It's a fantastic theater, full-on theater. Brilliant lighting, brilliant sound. And on Friday night, we are going to be doing a fundraiser for Cheshire Homes, which so needs the money as well. So make sure that you come and support. We're doing a lekker 80 show. I'm doing an auction. I'm doing a couple of comedy characters as well. Bit of a show. I haven't done a comedy show in a little while, for free for the public. So make sure that you pop in and support Cheshire Homes. And then finally, we're going following all the fishermen out there to the chocker boats in St. Francis on Saturday, and I'm doing the Tuna Classics. There's a Tuna Classic this weekend in St. Francis, so all the fishermen are going to be there, and we're going to do a little bit of comedy there as well. So if you're in and around St. Francis, pop into the River Club. We're going to be there on Saturday night. But for tonight, we have our special guest, Candice Parker, whom I met about 12 years ago. Don't forget, Philip is reminding me of the sponsors. Please don't forget the sponsors. We've got Pinion on this side. Pinion for the agri guys. If you are a farmer, you should know about Pinion. And if you don't know about Pinion, you better find out, because they will make your farming, not only your farming methods, but your systems and your accounts and all sorts much better. And then you'll do much better than the farmer next door, because he's not with them, Well, we don't know. Maybe he is. And if he is and you're not, well, then you're the one that's going to be doing badly. So make sure that you pop in and have a look at Pinion. And then Fitch and Leeds, Gary DeBrain and the guys, they've been with us for many, many years. since we started Gino Spot. Fitch and Leeds popped their heads in, and they've stayed ever since, because once you're locked into Gino Spot, that's it, I'm afraid. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get going with our special guest, Candice Parker, and here's a little intro.
Ooh, welcome to the show. Now it's your time to shine. We're gonna have a like a chat tonight. Another good time.
And pop, here we are. Welcome, Candice
Thank
Parker.
you.
Well, thank you for coming in and doing and sharing a bit about what's going on in your life. Because I know it's a pleasure, man. Because I know that you've had a couple of changes over the last little while. You've been doing some talks, and that's what caught my in the same Monty Python. What bought my eye? What caught my eye? Yeah, it's because a bit of a change in the way that you do things, and I suppose for you it's quite a big change in your life too, you know. So at the moment, what are you busy with at the moment, and what do you give it a punt as well?
So Candice Speaks.
Yes, Candice Speaks.
Candice Speaks.
Candice Speaks. Good.
Yeah. Anyone that knows Candice knows that I can't shut up. So I just turned it into a business. What a win.
I like that.
Candice Speaks was born beginning of February this year. And yes, we offer really just people and human development.
Yeah. Okay.
Training. I do public speaking, coaching.
Okay. Yes.
But really anything. I think the bottom line ethos of my organization is really just around anything human.
Yeah. Okay. So relationships, things, and
conversations.
Conversations.
Let's just get back to human conversations.
Yeah.
You know, let's drop the script.
Yeah.
And specifically in business. So
Yeah.
having been in corporate for 26 years.
Yes.
I exited in September last year.
Okay.
And yes, I'm just really loving everything that chapter 2.
Yes.
Chapter 2 to my career.
Okay. Yeah.
Just loving everything that it's the path that it's
Do you think it's like we get to a certain point in our lives, you know, we certainly when we connected on WhatsApp talking about this, we were also talking about it, the fact that when you get to a certain age, you just decide, okay, hang on, you ascertain, I've got this much time left, and this much time, and this is much working time I've got, and this is what the time that I've still got to do what I really want to do. Was that the kind of process that you went through?
You know what? Not every day is a great day.
Yeah.
But I was very, very happy at Nasher.
Yeah.
So my exit wasn't due to the fact that I felt like I needed a change.
Yes.
Or I was unhappy.
Okay.
But yes, there was definitely something niggling away at me. And I've given it so much thought around that, that point at which I decided there is a chapter 2. Because I really didn't think that I would ever leave. It was 26 years of my life, and I'd kind of climbed up the corporate ladder.
Yeah.
But I think to certain people, and although it looks like a brave thing that I did, and it was.
Yeah.
I think being 26 years in one company, it was also kind of safe.
Yeah. Yes.
So perhaps it got to a point where I just felt like there was a chapter 2, and what does Candice's career look like outside of that organization that I've been at since I was 20 years old?
Yeah. Because I always, I think I've said this before in the show as well, that I if I think back, I'm 55 now. If I think back to my life, to a peak time that I'd like to go back to, it's mid 40s. So that's the time when you're strong, physically you're good, but your mind is clicking in and saying, I don't care about sweat the small stuff anymore. This is like about strategy and future, and so it is the right time, you know.
Some people may have and still may have thought, goodness gracious, Candice, because yes, 45, I mean, it's at a glass half full, half empty.
Yeah.
45 might seem like quite a late age to make a drastic career change, especially in today's times. Like, that's quite a risk, you know, when you've got job security.
Sure.
But I remember the time, I remember it specifically, where I said, well, I'm 45 years old.
Yeah.
I've worked for 25. I'm sure I've got another 20, 25
Yeah,
left in me. So actually, I'm only halfway.
Yes. And I think you're
And
right.
that was, I remember when that happened, I'm only halfway. And that's super exciting, actually. Yeah.
It is. And also you are prepared for it. You
Yes.
know, you're not in your 20s where you kind of nowhere, you know, you,
Although I still feel sometimes like I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, of course. But but I think you must be more confident because you realize that a lot of this is smoke. And like when in your 20s, you look at other people and you're thinking, wow, I'd rather be them than me. But it's a lot of it's smoke and mirrors, you know. It's not, you've got to do what you want to do, you know.
I think with maturity, you know, when you're 20, it is smoke and mirrors, maybe even for yourself, because you know, it's like you got to at least pretend like you've got it all figured out. With maturity, I think there is a safe space and a strength in being vulnerable enough to say, I don't have it figured all out. I think that's also a really cool space to be in.
Okay, so tell me a little about the training and about the talks that you do as well. So I mean, who are you reaching out to? Who's your customer base basically?
Gino, at the end of last year, when I was formulating my business plan and what does Candice want to do, even in corporate, it has always been around the people for me. I'm sales through and through. So whether it's dealing with customers, I'm interacting with my staff. It was my most favorite part of the day. It's just interacting with people, and then very much in the corporate world, just like what makes people tick, and unpacking the bad days and celebrating the good days and empowering them and growth and you know, kind of all that stuff.
Okay.
And I just realized that I have a lot to give people outside of that corporate organization. My staff always have me, I always have them. Those are relationships that will last forever. But I've got a lot to give other, and certainly to take away the learnings, and to give people outside of my organization. So if you'd asked me last year, what does Candice Speaks do? We would have done training, leadership, soft skills, negotiation, communication, you know, all those kinds of wonderful things in business. Definitely sales. And I love public speaking. I've been very privileged to have been asked to speak at many ladies' events. I spoke at VP. I love speaking to young people. So it was to kind of formalize that and hopefully maybe earn a little bit of money from it, because it's all kind of been pro bono up until this point. And out of that would come some coaching. However, since I've really gone to market, I've realized that I need to add an extra word to that. And that's trading sounds a little bit on the shelf. And that it's actually around just people development, because I'm having so many really great conversations with people in business, business leaders who just want to invest in their staff. I'm formulating really great workshops. You know, this whole word team building. People don't want to bra and pop balloons and play games anymore. They're like, Candice, what can we do? And just I'm facilitating great conversations, generational stuff. I worked with a team where the youngest person was 22 and the oldest was 72, and I was like, that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
You've got to make that connection,
100%. So there's I think first and foremost where the business has developed naturally is away from kind of that training, because I think training is too much of a here's the course, come on it, but it's not. Each and every business needs something unique, and I'm just enjoying every second of formulating.
So you kind of get involved when you go into a company or somebody invites you, and you'll try and find out how what the culture is and how they do things. And then let's go back into the history, because we'll unpack a bit as we go along as well. So I mean, I know you're originally a VP girl, 1998, I believe, and I was 88, which makes me feel very old. And VP, lovely. I mean, I enjoyed it there.
Loved everything.
Who was principal there when you were still there? It was Holly.
Mr. Holly.
And because David Blake died, I think.
When I was in, I get confused. It was standard 6 and those.
So you were still.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I've just noticed now
Yes.
they've knocked down his house in
Okay.
14th Avenue,
And
Warmer.
his son Ian Blake was actually in my year.
Ian.
Yes.
Ian was the drummer.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yes.
remember Ian
Yes.
well, and I think he's moved overseas. And
Yes.
somebody can tag him if they see him there.
We're talking about it.
Yeah. And I just remember great. He really built that school to a good point, and Peter Hollanese, I think, took it over at that time, which was
And Mike for Mark.
and Mike for
there,
Mark
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Amazing, really amazing school, and still doing well,
Yes.
which is nice to see.
Yeah.
They've got the old scholars on. I see on groups and stuff now. The Victorian legends or whatever it is.
Aidan Mackenzie's doing a good job there. I think trying to get us old girls and boys to really support the school. I'm a very, very proud old Victorian.
Yeah,
that school
me too.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I got involved. I suppose it's like anything in life. You get out what you put in. But I very proudly put my hand up for everything. It was a school that offered everything. You could get involved. There was no airs and graces. And I had a very, very happy time.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I see some rain starting here.
Yes.
Fantastic. That's a good thing. We need a bit more rain. And so after school, then what were your things at school? I mean, did your focuses there? Were you sporty? Were you academic?
I did as much. I remember my mom saying, Candice, we were too scared. You come home from school and you'd say you were part of the next committee, or you've decided you're going to join this, or perhaps that's how I've lived life, though, Gino. I just put my hand up for everything. So I was the deputy junior city mayor. I was part of the junior city council. I played hockey. I was a good athlete.
Okay.
Debating, Interact in those days.
Interact and the debate team. But there was also another one. What was it? Crikey, no. It was like the parachute. It was a debating society. Yeah, it was. Those parachute things they used to do with that.
I was going to say I definitely wasn't part of any parachuting. Toastmasters.
Toastmasters was the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
So, and I think hence why school was just a very happy time for me, because I really just got involved in as much as I could.
Enjoyed it. And then after school, did you go straight to varsity, or did you go straight to UPE?
Yeah, I did, because it was the right thing to do. Right?
Yes, it was. You had to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And my dream was Technikon. So we still had Technikon in those days, and I wanted to go and do sales and marketing.
Oh.
But I got a university exemption, which is what it was called in those days. So you did the right thing.
Yes.
You went to university, you know.
Yeah.
I come from very humble background. So my parents, I think, probably took out study loans at that time, and off I went. And I am not like there's not an unhappy bone in my body. I'm a happy, positive person. It was a very unhappy year of my life, believe it or not. I just clearly was not doing what I was supposed to do.
Okay.
So my parents were very supportive and said, listen, Cans, don't worry. Let's start.
Did you start with a BCom or something?
I did a BCom,
I see, it's rough to go into.
Maths and accounting and said, yes, let's go to
give it a go.
A Technikon. So let's write this year off. They were very supportive.
Okay.
And my mom worked at an employment agency, and kind of in that gap, she said, listen, there's a sales job that's come up for 1,800 Rand a month. And I was just wanting a bit of independence. And I think I said, you know what, I can always study later. So I started in sales. Okay. The rest.
At Nashua?
No, actually at a competitor at Konica Minolta.
Oh, really?
A competitor firm.
Okay.
And then I carried on waitressing at the same time at Tarantino's in Parliament Street. Parliament Street was the strip.
Tarantino's.
There was Lamed.
Yes.
Angelo's.
Tarantino's. 10 Rand for 10 Rand for a bowl of pasta.
Correct. Yeah. And they had the best baked potatoes ever at Angelo's.
Tramzini. Or pasta. Pasta, they had the three. Yeah. It was mushroom. What is it? Wine and mushroom? Sorry, white wine and mushroom.
Us girls didn't eat the pasta.
I remember there were three pastas you could choose from. There was the red wine one, the white wine one, and then there was some other one. I don't know, a veggie one maybe. Some. And we were staying in Pearson Street.
Okay.
So it's just pop around, and of course I was jamming it Pizza Palace and those places as well.
Yeah.
So we used to,
It
yeah,
was what a great. Yeah, I mean that's where it
Yeah.
happened.
it was, eh? And
Um,
so, yeah, Tarantino
next to Lamed.
and
Yes,
the Rattle and Hum.
that's correct.
Yeah. I was actually working at Star Worlds across the road.
Oh, the movie?
The
shop?
video shop, yeah.
Uh,
2
There's
rand an
another
hour.
shop across the way from Tarantino, so I hope you weren't working there.
Oh no, don't know. Oh dear, no. I've unfortunately never got a job at one of those places. With the French ticklers and whatever else you got. Oh my soul! But Parliament Street was cooking back
Yeah,
then.
yeah. So I loved waitressing. I waitressed at Tarantino's, and funny enough, actually still have so many business contacts from those
Really?
waitressing days.
Jeez.
And then one evening while I was working at Konica Minolta, I waitressed the directors of Nashua's Stable.
Oh wow.
And they were horrific. They needed to go to a show at the Opera House, and they needed starters and main course and drinks within like an hour. And I made it happen.
Oh my word.
And yeah, they were like, "Oh, where do you work?" And I was so proud. I said, "Oh, I work at Konica Minolta." And a couple of interviews later, and I moved across at the age. Yeah, that was in 2000.
Wow. So
Junior-
literally 2
junior
years.
sales and
Okay,
Yeah.
so junior sales started. I mean,
Yeah.
that was just literally
yeah.
diving in the deep end there, and here's your customers, and go.
Mm,
And then you worked your way up there.
yeah.
So you really did do the right thing, you know?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
So you're quite a compliant person. Would you say that?
Well, I think there's a lesson in that.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
you do and does need to be loyal.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Loyalty is probably the right word.
Yeah,
because
yeah. I am also compliant,
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
but I think I think especially in today's day and age, and even when I do speak to young people, I'm like, don't I mean, that cliche, the grass
Yeah.
isn't greener, but don't jump ship for the extra
Yeah.
1,000 rand, extra
Yeah.
500 rand. You've got to see it out to get through the tough times.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you've seen a lot of. Do you think the younger generation that what is it? We were Gen. I was Gen X. You were Gen what?
They're Gen
Y.
Zs. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what
it's-
comes after.
I don't know. It's Gen Y.
Goes
I
back
think.
to A.
I was thinking Wayne Callis. He's about your age as well, and he's Gen Y.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
So it was like he was like. I always think of the music. It's like Pearl Jam and
Yeah,
the grunge stuff, and
Yeah.
unless you were into the clubby stuff, the
I was weird. So
Yeah.
that's my era, but I've always been like an 80s music
Oh, okay.
fan, actually.
Okay.
So yeah,
Well, that was school, you see.
perhaps.
I suppose the school time. I mean, over that time, then until 90, so the 90s. Yeah, it was before your school time,
Yeah.
actually.
What,
yeah.
80s?
Yeah, the
80s
80s.
music.
Yeah,
Oh, most
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
born in 1980.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were your folks into music as well, or not?
No, I wouldn't say in a big way.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Just always and Roxette and ABBA.
Because normally you'd
and-
find those albums, and then
Yeah,
you'd
no,
play
not
them.
really.
Okay.
No.
You just liked it. Well, it's good music.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers to that, Candice. And then, okay, so Nashua, who were the guys? Who were the directors back then, and have they changed?
Yes, they had changed. So I started under Tony and Rob Ginsburg, so the
Okay.
Ginsburg brothers and Peter Hearn. So,
Okay.
So
Because I only remember from, was it Panasonic? Is that also part of it? Is
no.
Is it because I always did Nashua? Oh, it's National.
It was National Panasonic. Yeah,
not Nashua.
yeah,
No, Nashua is
yeah.
different. And
So
it's
Nashua
printed.
used to be in Stone Street.
Okay.
in-
Oh wow.
Yeah, actually in where Home Affairs used to be.
Okay.
And
And
then
yes,
moved up
yes.
to the,
Oh, in the same
Yeah,
building there
yeah.
behind. Used to go
Yes,
in behind there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Before my time.
Wow. Okay.
On our situated.
And then
Circular Drive around.
The circular drive
Mm.
now. Okay. Yes. And that now 11 years ago, I think it was 11 years ago that I met you. Well, officially for the
Yes.
first time, and because you phoned me about a gig, and you found a photo. Let's put it up here. I've got it here. There we go. Look at that. It's marvelous. We did a
With
show.
all the girls.
Yeah. We did a little show at the
Yeah,
back there,
Yeah.
and look at me and all the girls. Was it a lot of girls working at that time?
Yeah,
Your
clearly the
sales
girls
team.
wanted a photo with Gino.
Ah.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that was a customer event.
Okay.
And we got I don't know how I managed to get you, but I did.
Yeah,
High
no.
five myself.
Yeah, well done. That's great. And it was a very memorable one because I remember walking through that whole area, and they put a tent, a lovely tent at the back and everything.
Oh,
And
it was a great
it was
bunch.
cool.
Yeah.
And then so I mean, you started out just in sales, so selling to customers, and then so sales manager. So how did that sort of develop over that time? What do you think you learned over that time as well? Were there mentors, that sort of thing?
Oh, they've been mentors throughout my life, and
Mm.
yeah, I think both formally and informally.
Mm,
I think you do have key people in stages of your life that
Yeah.
you often look back and think if it wasn't for that conversation or
Yeah.
that point in time, where would I be?
Yeah.
But I think the rise from salesperson to sales leader was a pretty natural one for
Yeah.
me. But I remember the day when I put my hand up. I
Yeah.
actually asked for it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I think that's a lesson to everyone.
Yeah. You got to go get it.
Yeah, I think we mustn't leave too much to chance or for
Yeah,
people to
yeah.
notice us.
Yeah. I think especially in corporate, corporate can be quite harsh.
Yeah.
know?
Well, people are just also busy.
Yeah.
Um,
It depends, I suppose, because Nesha is a nationwide or international
yeah,
company, I
national,
presume.
Yeah.
So how did that work? Was that because it seemed like a small, like our gig there. I remember it being more of a little bit of
So
family
we're
thing.
the local. So it's a franchise.
Franchise,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So we were the Port Elizabeth franchise.
Do they leave the guys to their own devices a lot? Or
Oh,
do
to
they?
a certain extent, yeah. They really do encourage kind of an entrepreneurial spirit within the franchises around the country. But obviously, once again, with any franchise and any brand, there needs to be that kind of uniformity in terms of certain aspects. But day-to-day runnings and cultures are different, So the culture of a business in Port Elizabeth wouldn't necessarily be the same as one in Joburg or Cape Town. So yeah.
Okay, so then from sales, you sort of go up and you're almost supervising the sales team then.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and is that where you started with your people skills? You didn't do any your first year, the 1 year advice. You didn't do. Were you doing a BCom?
Yeah.
And what was it? Was it HR as well or not?
No, I don't know if you can. I don't think there's a course at university where they do teach you how to effectively deal with people.
No, I mean I remember HR being it wasn't HR so much as
like industrial psychology.
Industrial psychology.
Yeah,
it was that, and it tests the smells and
there must have been an aspect of that in my 1 year. The only thing I recall is the absolutely horrific maths and accounting that I was doing. Like everything else is everything else is a blur. Yeah.
Okay. So you really had to just be in the trenches and learn like that. And
it came that leadership really. I felt like it came naturally. And I feel like in any team environment. And that's what I used to say to people when I was eventually in a leadership position and they would come and talk to me about their future in leadership.
Yeah.
And I said, often you don't need that title to be a leader or possibly in any environment, whether it be corporate or any situation.
Yeah.
You don't need it to say leader on your business card for you to lead.
Yes.
And in a team environment or a sales team environment, be the leader when no one's watching. Be the leader when the team's all venting and having a bad day.
It's almost I see it as a thing where if there's a need for it, fill in that gap. Just don't be scared to don't hold back. Like make your thing. Now you might make mistakes or whatever, but the chances are when those opportunities arise, you'll be able to say, oh well, I know what to do there. So just do this. Let's have a look and let's work as a team to do that. And that's already you getting into that leadership role,
I knew I wanted to I knew I wanted to lead the sales team. I knew that's what I wanted. And I remember I did see a gap. We had a head of sales at that stage, but we'd bring in junior salespeople. And they could, they when it was daunting and my head of sales is busy with more senior guys and going out to the big clients. And I remember going and saying, I will still sell and I will still meet my target. But can you give me an opportunity with the juniors? And let me prove myself that I can still fulfill my primary role. but give me an opportunity to grow and teach, and then it kind of just grew from.
And
it
so,
just grew from there.
did that leadership role take over then from the sales role, really? Or did you
Well,
bring-
initially I needed to do both, and I think that's the often the challenge is that you might be a good leader, but if you're also a good salesperson, when you there's that hesitation to promote because then they've lost those
the sales. I know,
yeah.
but it ends up with relationships, really, I suppose. So if you can hand over those clients and still keep the relationship going, was that the trick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was ultimately I was managing director of the franchise, and I still had clients phoning me to order their toner cartridge, and that's fine. You know, it doesn't it didn't matter. So yes, you do try and hand over those clients too, but at the end of the day.
But that's amazing. I mean, working your way right from the bottom, very bottom to the top, basically.
Yeah.
Managing director of the franchise here, then I presume, and then a totally different job. I mean, how did it change over the years? What were the challenges that you had? I mean, I'm seeing like tech change and things change. I mean, it's over the last 10 years has been insane with COVID and whatever else. But I mean, business-wise, was there a change as well? I mean, you guys.
You know, I can't. I mean, obviously, the COVID period was very, very tough. You know, we're a business that relies on people making phone calls. We bill minutes and bill printing. You know, so so when everyone's not doing that, so that was very, very tough. And I'm a very hands-on leader. I'm a conversation person. I want to talk. I want to be face to face. So leading teams remotely was also our culture was a culture of in office and being a team.
Yeah.
So trying to still keep that culture when we were working remotely was really, really a challenge.
Yeah.
But business is tough. You know, every year, every month, every day brought around new challenges. You know, the competition was tough. Finding, you know, no one leaves. I mean, finding quality salespeople. No one leaves school saying, "I want to be a salesperson."
Yeah, I know.
You kind of stumble across it.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
of course.
So.
Well, you're able to do it. I think, you know. I mean, in your case, you're certainly a people person. You know, you're not scared to make new friends and stuff like that. You know, and so that's already a part of your genetic makeup. I think I mean, you know, we had Dr. Ron Baez on. He wasn't a sales guy, but he's certainly into his PCs. He's like he was like the nerdy guy, you know. Whereas where you got to use where your skills sort of match up. And have you noticed a change in marketing and sales over the years, like in the way that you do things? Nashua. Printing, like you're saying, printing and calls, that seems to have held its own. Where other tech
still
around
waiting for the paperless office, you know, it's never going to happen.
Yeah. I don't think so. Yeah.
Sales, in terms of the role, has it changed over the years? I think there are conversations and strategies around how it should change. But I think at the end of that, and I think that is really the ethos of Candice Speaks, is that it's still about conversations. So whatever fancy 2025 sales script or closing skill or AI email that we feel like we should be embracing now. I say nonsense. I say it is still the same.
Person to person.
One chapter in my sales training is actually the history of sales and how it actually all started with bartering. And you used to swap your sheep for someone's corn.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Because you like that person.
Yes, of
Nothing's
course.
changed.
Yes.
Actually.
I don't mind giving him a little bit more sheep for his corn. Because you like them. You're so right. It's about people. And I think AI, I mean, what is your take on the AI?
Listen, it's changed my life. Running my own business, and I wasn't using it at all. I was very fearful of it. But really running my own business and having to put together client proposals and doing everything on my own, it's really taking everything that I want to present and putting it together in a presentable format within the space of a couple of minutes that would have taken me hours.
Yeah.
But it does.
That you can then present.
Yes,
Absolutely. It helps you.
You know, but it takes some wrapping your head around, because I think initially you feel like a bit of a fraud, because it's like buying a Woolies meal and not as a mom making it from scratch. Like you feel like you haven't so you feel like a bit of a like a bit of a fraud. Like I didn't do the
you go to a library and look it up. Well, that's same sort of thing. But I've got I do think that what you're saying now about person to person has got to be there, and I think that AI in a lot of situations is going to eat itself. What freaks me out about AI is the amount of confidence it'll take to absolutely bullshit you. It'll take you like I was looking after, we just did the Seagull Regatta in St. Francis this weekend. It's fantastic. These little old Seagull motors. And I wanted to do some research on my motor. And I took a photo, and I wanted to analyze the photo of this carburetor on this motor. It's an old thing, 1953. Took a photo, put it in Gemini. I always use Gemini. And I said, just identify this. And it came back to me telling me that, okay, this is a Villiers carburetor, and it's this and this and this and that. And then I was looking at photos of others, and I saw this Villiers carburetor. It doesn't look like mine. And so it confidently told me complete rubbish, so there's always, it's more an opinion, because it's taking information, it's not fact checking it. It's just taking the most popular information and putting it up and pulling it up and giving it to you. And then when you typed in like, you're wrong, and it was like, oh yeah, that's great. It's like, it's a joke. There's a joke where it says, my friend Doris I found her dead on the floor the other day. She was holding her cell phone, and on her cell phone said, yes, you're right, this mushroom is poisonous. Would you like me to look up more about poisonous mushrooms? It's like,
I find myself when I'm using it, I was still saying to someone the other day, I find myself having the best manners. So I'm like, please,
can you?
And thank you for trying. Could you try harder? Like, I'm so fearful it turns on me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not prepared. Your manners are shocking, Candice. I'm not prepared to give you any more information. Where's your pleases and thank yous?
That's funny. You say please.
I heard her saying the other day that there's this AI. in fact, I'm running a series of workshops in AI launching in May, just around this exact topic.
Yeah.
But they said AI is not going to replace people in the workforce. However, people in the workforce that do not understand and use AI will be replaced. And I think that's it. I think we need to embrace it. It's like the internet. Everyone was kind of pushing back. But
it should
I think it's powerful if it's used in the correct way.
It is, and I doing the automated stuff as well. I think it can be very useful in terms of doing just your time. So at the moment, my solar stuff, my panels, the solar panels, it's got my inverter has got an AI thing on it, so it changes the settings all the time to suit what's happening and tries to optimize. And to do something like that, I would have to sit on that thing changing settings all the time. It's crazy. Those kind of things are really useful.
And the way I look at it is that that saying that you yourself are smart if you surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. That's a thing.
Yeah.
So especially in small, but it could be in corporate, but
it's learning all the time.
Now in small business, like I need to bounce things off someone that knows more than me. And right now, like I'm putting it into AI. And what is your view on this? Or do you think my opinion on this is correct? And
give me some other opinions.
Give me another view. Give me your and I think to myself, I could phone someone and ask them this, or I could have someone in the room. So yeah, I think
But
there's a time and a place.
I also, like you say, I don't think that people are going to trust AI to do important deals. They want to speak to somebody and they want to have that relationship so that they know that, okay, you've worked with this stuff, you've done this stuff a lot before.
100%.
You know, you will give me the best advice going
Yes.
forward. And also the best advice in terms of our culture and the way we
you've got to be there. You've got to that's you've got to
there's no
listen.
way. Yeah, otherwise you're going to get some, you know,
Generic.
Indian, American, whatever it's going to be, you know. Okay, so what are you excited about that's coming up? Have you got anything that you're going to be doing, or anything that you've just done, or something that really excited you and thought, okay, I can go?
Oh, I'm excited about everything. Every conversation, every coffee. People of Port Elizabeth have been so supportive of me, I must say. So really, I'm just excited about what the future looks like. But more specifically, these, and I mentioned them now. I am almost due to launch a series of actually 4 workshops. I'm going to have a theme per year. Candice Speaks presents conversations that matter. So that is going to be the theme of my annual workshop, with a different theme every year. And this year, definitely AI. So launching in March, late afternoon, so 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Over a glass of wine.
Nice.
So
always a winner.
Always a winner. And a expert in the field. So, for example, in May, our first speaker would be just a really good overview of AI and what does it mean and the different platforms. Speaker 2 is I want to bring in a legal expert. So what are the ethics around it? How should we be educating our children around AI in school? What is deemed cheating and not? And I mean, creating a mondeling is a completely different world than when we were doing mondelings, because there you're literally speaking to AI in English and saying convert into, I mean, it's,
isn't it crazy?
I know.
You know, as you just mentioned that now, we I don't know how we travel around and do these gigs all over the country and we went to Tambo the other day, and there was a guy with a guitar in front of us. And I said to Alan, I said, come on, you guess what guitar he's got in there, you know, because he was like obviously electric, so we think like, is it a Stratocaster, sort of thing, is it a Fender or a Gibson? So we were just having a bit of fun, and eventually we asked him like, okay, what's in there? He said, no, it's a telly. So we were like, and then we asked him what band he was playing in, and he said it was called Yuckles something like this, Afrikaans band, but they're an AI band. So they are the live performers. But the guy that does it prompts and writes lyrics, and then he puts AI music to it. So the AI creates the song and everything, and then they learn that song and they go play live. Now that was like for me, there was like a whole lot of, I don't know, green flags, red flags, orange flags. I don't know what to think about it.
But it works. It works.
It
They
works.
got an audience.
They got an audience. They're playing at festivals and they're making money, and they're still playing. But they're taking away, for me, the first thing they're taking away the creativity, taking away the creativity from the musos. But who knows whether they enhance it or they, you know, so it's just such a discussion to have.
I think it's
all around.
Very, very topical.
Disrupting everything, you know, every way that you've ever thought of anything is now kind of moot, you know. So how do you go forward? And they wear, I don't know if they wear masks or something. I think they wear masks. So I was thinking, like, you really are the bitch of this guy, you know. He's going to replace you tomorrow. But who knows how it really works. Okay, now, I mean, you are now jumping off the cliff basically with Left Nashua, starting your own business. You know, it's been hard.
Not yet.
Not yet. Still all right.
You're
on like a
it's
trajectory.
It's been amazing. It's been a really, really great journey. I didn't know that this is what I was going to do when I left Nashua. The intention actually was to even take a small break. I've got kids, and you know what? Just I worked. I'm not afraid of hard work, but I've worked bloody hard. And just take a small break, said my husband. Anyway, that lasted like 27 seconds. I just but maybe that's also what was required. You know, I
Yes.
didn't feel any, and I mean it's a privileged situation to be in. I don't think
Yeah.
everyone has, not everyone necessarily has the opportunity to take that step back.
Yeah.
But to be able to take that step back, I'll never forget. I voice noted him and I said, I know what I want to. I was a little bit cocky actually at the time. I was like, you know, I'm going to be offered lots of jobs. I won't struggle. And I voice noted him and I said, I know what I want to do. I want to train people. I want to develop people. I want to empower people. And then it just kind of built and grew from there.
Yeah.
I didn't think I had an entrepreneurial bone in my body. I was a corporate girl through and through.
Yeah.
And yet,
Because you need that entrepreneurial spark.
Yeah.
I think everybody must have it, but so you.
But maybe
you
it's not the entrepreneurial spark. Maybe the spark is that I'm doing what I believe my purpose on earth actually is.
You know,
that's the spark. And
yes.
then and because you're fulfilling what I believe my purpose is, it never is hard.
Yeah.
I don't know, and it's
well, it's I mean, I suppose
journey.
it always will be hard, but I think you're always looking forward. So you know, you might find your business is always like that. But in corporate, you get schooled with that because corporate there's always another problem. Like I always feel like it never stops.
It's
like
just your priority. So when you've solved this one, you go on to your next.
Into the next one, and okay, well, you fix that and fix that and put out this.
And also dealing with people. So there you're dealing with.
Yeah.
I mean, 55 people.
God, it was a lot.
So never mind actual business challenges that exist, you know, all the time that you need to solve, but you're also dealing with people.
And well, that's what it taught you what you need to know for this as well. And so Candice Speaks was, and obviously good. How did you come up with that? Was that just
that's a funny story. I was actually a high impact training. I mean, I had like this list of short, and I was chatting to my husband. He's gonna love this because he takes full credit for it. And he said, you should just call it Candice Speaks. And I looked at him and I said, that is the most pathetic idea I've ever heard. Who would call their business Candice Speaks? That's ridiculous. And then it just stuck. And I was actually, I don't know if you know Simon DeGrasse.
Yes, absolutely.
So Simon,
we interviewed him on the show as well.
Simon was really instrumental in working with me and building up my brand. And he was great.
Brilliant guy.
And I met, and he's Simon Says, Candice Speaks.
Yes.
So I met with him, I think, a day or two afterwards, but it was like sitting there and I had my names and we were strategizing around things. And I said, you won't believe it, but Warren came up with this name, Candice Speaks. And he was like, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And so it stuck. And I love it. You know,
yeah, that's great.
Because it also, and I think as the business evolves and my journey evolves into this people development space that I'm in, if I'd linked my business name to a training or a speaking or a coaching, it's not. It's Candice Speaks, and it's around just conversations and then taking whatever comes out of that conversation. And
Is it solo at the moment, or have you got staff, or what? How many?
Just me.
It's just you at the
Just
moment.
me.
You're just going to start out with that, and then
Yeah.
and then see where it goes from there.
I think when people, I think I've got value to give. So I believe.
Well, you would always be the call.
Partner with Candice, they want to deal with Candice, and
Okay.
the intention isn't. So I'm enjoying the kind of just being responsible for myself at the moment.
Okay.
It's a good space.
All right. Well, I think it's nearly time for our getting to know you section, which I'm gonna. Oh yes, let's have a look in the comments. Some have come through here. Let's have it. Brendan Kelly, good evening. Not a glass of wine tonight. It's a gin and tonic for us. We actually finished already. And I see Philippa has actually put some more. And who else is there? I see is it Bermeline? Bermeline. No. I don't know. You'd have to find out what if you recognize
Bernaline's
it.
from Nashua.
Bermeline. There we go. Bermeline from
Yes.
Nashua.
Hi, Bernie.
Bernie. There we go. That's a nice. I said Bermeline. And who's that? Leanne. Leanne von Volz. Oh, von Volslit.
She's your neighbor.
Yeah, she's just behind us over here, Leanne. I need to get your hubby on as well. It's Brendan. He's the
Yes,
KTM
yes, yes,
KTM guy.
yes.
Always travels up here, and I see his son every morning. The boy goes off with his.
So
on his
Leanne and I were at
bike.
Harrington Park Primary School together.
No, were you next to Clary's as well?
Yeah.
I was also
Yeah,
Clary's.
of course, the best people.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, so Leanne, what was your maiden name?
Buchanan.
Oh, Buchanan.
As
Oh.
in Mitch Buchanan from Baywatch.
Oh, right. I'm sure. Whatever. Oh, the Buchanan.
Yes,
Lovely
yes,
name.
yes.
So you went and married a Parker.
I married a Parker.
Yeah. Oh, my word. And how many kids you got?
I've got 3.
3 kids.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Ah.
She'll be 22 this year.
Okay. Yeah.
Luke be 17 this year, and Josh 14.
Oh, so 2 boys and the
2
eldest
boys
girl.
and a girl. Yeah.
It's the good to have the girl oldest because she will sort them out as well.
Oh yes, she does. Absolute mother hen.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. And then yeah, so let's have a go at the getting to know you. Put it on. Put it on.
Getting to
Put it
know
on.
you, getting to know all about you.
Oh, a list, yeah. Yeah, we didn't have it ready. There we go. Any controversial opinions that you have? Anything that if you can say pass if you can't think
pass.
immediately.
I can't think immediately. Controversial opinion.
Well, you say you're always quite compliant, so it's not going to
Yeah,
be too much,
yeah,
too
yeah.
controversial. What about a common myth in your industry? So, I mean, you can pick your industry with the previous one or the current one. Are there any myths or people that think that things that people get wrong? You think? I mean, in the printing, certain, and I mean, Nashua was printers and calls and things and stuff like that. So it's pretty physical stuff.
Yeah. So maybe if we have to talk about that industry, it's that it is just limited to printing, and that a printer is a printer.
Yeah.
I mean, it is so much more vast than that. I think what I'm doing at the space that I'm in at the moment is really around that word training. And I think that's a myth, because this training just sounds like this on the shelf.
Yes. Like you can pick it in and solve anything.
Yeah, but
put it under your tongue and then.
Yeah. And then that word as well about, are you accredited? And I just think I think companies, but conversations that I have been around that, is I just think companies need to the training needs to really be very specific to that organization's needs,
Yeah,
so
you're right.
It isn't a one.
Yeah, it's not always about, because what happens with the whole accreditation thing, I suppose, is that once people get this accreditation, it's like a thing to make money, so it's like printing money now. Okay, well, we're just going to do all the companies whereas you're not getting meaning out of it. Where if you know what you're doing and the content is good, that's what you need.
And maybe a real kind of big takeaway, myth buster, and we spoke about it earlier, is that I would never in a million years have thought that I would have left corporate to start my own business. And I've chatted to a lot of people that are like, Candice, you're so brave, you so this, you so that. And I think you sit on the outside and you think there's this specific skills that someone needs to possess to be able to do this.
It's not.
I mean, that is a myth.
It's just taking that risk.
Just do it.
In your head, you've got to take the risk.
Yeah.
Like I say, I think that the right age, you got to be 40 plus.
Yeah.
And then you can start to think like, okay, well, let's just do this because I can.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, what the hell? There's that risk. You can take that little bit of risk, and you also know the risk involved in what you're doing. You can kind of work it out in your head. Yeah. Crazy. Okay. And something about you that people wouldn't generally know, and your husband and whatever can, and what's it? Leanne can put something on here as well. She's a good friend of yours. Let's have a look. Some of the comments are coming up there. I see more comments.
They're gonna.
What we got there? There we go. Love you, Mom, from Cape
Oh,
Town. There's
my
Hannah. Well,
yeah.
Hannah, please tell us something about your mom that people generally don't know. You know, what does she? Are you scared of heights? Are you? You know?
These on the spot questions are really tough. Can I go back to the first one because my
Yes.
mind's working
Oh,
overtime
controversial
on the,
opinion.
what
What?
was
A common
it?
myth? A controversial opinion. And
Okay, so what was this one?
a common myth about your industry, and then
something someone doesn't know.
yeah,
about
something.
me.
Yeah, something someone doesn't know about you, or somebody that we're surprised to know about you. Let's have a look here. What else we got there? Carol Jacobs has come up there as well, saying, "How's it? How's it, Carol? Nice to see you too, all the way from East London." And then, okay, which of your what have you created that you're most proud of? How about that?
Oh, my children.
Oh, your kids.
Oh, yeah.
But that's an easy one, though.
Oh, but
Yeah.
but really, that is well, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe family.
Yeah.
I'm very, very proud of my family. You know,
Yeah.
and maybe that's not something that you've necessarily created, but on the other hand, I think
No,
it is.
you've created
very,
it, you know.
it's very intentional.
Yeah.
And
They're a close family. Oh, I see. Hannah's very nice.
Yeah.
Hannah, you're. I can see you're an angel already. You're taking care of those two little bastards that are your brothers, which I'm sure give you lots of crap.
The controversial opinion
Yes.
is that I don't believe, and this is now specifically speaking as a working mom.
Yes.
I don't believe in work-life balance.
Oh.
I believe that's where and as I said, specifically speaking to working moms, I think that's where we really go wrong.
Yeah.
Because we are constantly trying to achieve this balance, this balance.
Yeah.
And I think if we were more accepting that if at different stages in your life,
Yes.
you were more focused on different areas, I think things would go a lot smoother, and we wouldn't cause ourselves so much stress.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't
there are
stress you
certain
out.
times that you need to focus on your career.
Yeah.
And as long as you've communicated that, I mean, my kids knew, listen, mom's going through a really busy time at work, or dad. And as long as that's communicated, then why should we feel guilty about it? And then there's other times when work needs to take not a back seat, but you know what? I've got stuff going on at home or with my kids. So I think the balance is where this balance we're trying to create.
Yeah, it creates too much stress.
I do think that's often where we go wrong. I think just like,
and I think
don't be apologetic for having different priorities at different stages in your life.
You said that it actually makes sense that if you involve your look, you don't want to involve your family in the stress at work, but if they know you're going through a hard time, then they will get behind you.
I tell them. Age appropriate. There was an advice, and Philip is the expert on this, but someone said to me, Candice, age appropriate. Like, your kids are not stupid. You know, they can sense stress.
Yes.
So obviously you tell them the information they need to know appropriately for their age. But if mom and dad are going through, or mom or dad are going through a very stressful time at work, tell them. Don't be stressed out.
Because then they understand.
You see that mom's upset or in a bad mood, or I'm working late, or I'm going through a challenging time at work. I'm going through a scary time, a exciting time, whatever. And then they get it, you know, and no one's worried. So
I do.
Yeah.
There we go, Cheryl Reynolds. There's another one. She was also. I love Cheryl. Lovely to have you on as well. Totally agree, Candice. We put way too much pressure on ourselves in terms of creating this balance. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And you've got to look at it from a different angle. You know, sometimes because that's the standard.
Yes.
Now you have to have the
balance,
balance.
Work-life balance.
You're not going to get it right.
You're not going to get it right. Some things, the one you're juggling too much.
Okay, amongst your family and your friends, what are you famous for?
Probably my personality. I think I am. I wouldn't say the life of the party because I'm way too old to party anymore. But
Tarantino's sucked all that out of you.
But I just I think I am a social person.
Yes.
I would like to think I'm a good person to have around.
Yeah.
I can get a group together. I can get a crowd together.
You organize.
If there's something that needs to be done, I make sure that it's done.
You've done
It's
event.
usually a hell of a lot of fun at the end of the day as well. Yeah.
Event planning wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
I did that too. I mean, I'm just trying to think now of there's something that you created that you're proud of, other than your family, like work on the work side. Sort of your proudest moment, and then maybe a moment when something's gone completely wrong.
I'm very proud of my entire journey, Gino, and I know that sounds cliche, but I really, really am.
Well, you certainly built from the bottom to the top.
Yeah, but just proud of the loyalty that I've shown to my organization, through the good and the bad. There were some really, really tough moments. So I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
I'm proud of climbing the ladder. I'm proud of the leader that I was to my people there. I'm proud of the relationships that I have. I'm proud of the name I've developed for myself in business in Port Elizabeth. I think I'm someone that can be trusted.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very proud of Chapter 2.
Yeah.
I really, really am proud of that. It was a leap, and as I said, it's just I'm sincerely feel like I am fulfilling my purpose on this earth. I've got a lot to give people, and I can't wait to impact lives. I really, really can't.
And it's totally all you. It's your creative thing. It's almost like you've created a painting. Yeah, you're starting to paint.
I don't have an artistic bone.
But you're painting with your with your skills that you have. So you're painting this. You're starting to paint this picture now, and you've got a basic print that you can now go for, and it looks great.
But it's
and
just
now you can continue making making changes till it's perfect.
So my life has just really been good, you know. So you ask about like the key moments, like life's been good, but I think that's also how you live life. I've always believed, if you're unhappy, for goodness sake, don't moan. Do something about it.
Yes.
Like really, like I can't. Those are not my favorite kind of people.
Just jump in.
Just okay, but if you're unhappy, just
make a change.
Make a change.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's just family wise. Your husband's name is
Warren.
Warren. It's Warren. So it's Warren Parker, and then what did your folks? Just a bit of a family history, because we touched on the business side. We haven't really gone to the family. So your folks were Buchanans.
Yes.
And what did they do here? They're in PE originally.
I was born in East London, actually.
Oh, Slummy's girl.
I'm a Slummy's girl.
Okay.
We moved here in 1990 when I was 10. My dad worked at the Daily Dispatch.
Oh wow.
In East London.
So he moved to the Herald.
And he got a promotion to the Herald. So we moved from East London to PE.
Okay.
And he was actually, you talk about artist. He was a very, very good artist, and he did. My mom's got scrapbooks and scrapbooks. He did all the political caricatures.
Oh, did he do that?
Yeah, Buck Buchanan. He did all the political
like
caricatures.
Derek Nesbitt does now.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was very, very talented in that regard.
Okay. Well, there we go. There must be some art in you somewhere.
No.
Have you tried?
No, I've tried.
Have you really tried?
Can't paint and draw and can't sing.
Oh dear.
I have tried both.
Okay, I gave it a good go. My mom was an artist, and she also tried with me, and it didn't come through. But I have since realized that if I tried a little bit harder, I could have done it. You know, I think I could have gone there. Yeah. and okay, and so you moved to PE with you, and then married 90. No, it must have been later on.
Yes,
2000 and something.
Yes. So Warren's my second marriage, so hence why I'm hesitating.
Okay.
So I was married in what year was it? I was 22, I think.
And you got married early.
I did.
Well, we could have told you that wasn't going to work, Ken.
Yeah, I do think there are lessons
Yeah.
in choosing a life partner, but I mean
Yeah.
I mean it's Hannah's dad.
Okay.
Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, you're young, so
Yeah.
you as you mature, you kind of go your separate ways. But Hannah's actually he relocated to Cape Town, and Hannah's living her best life in Cape Town with him at the moment.
As well. Okay.
So
It's a bit of an extended family now,
of course,
Yeah.
of course,
And
of
you all
course.
get
We were
on.
always there, of course.
Yes,
Absolutely. It's always
that's
been
good.
about her.
Yeah.
And she's got two brothers on our side. I obviously got remarried to Warren,
Yes.
and her dad got remarried to a brother and sister. Actually, got two sisters and a brother on
So
that
that's
side.
a huge family.
Yeah.
Okay.
And once again, not that there's a positive that comes out of a divorce.
Yeah.
But I think I am the kind of person that always does look. And Hannah has she's got the most fantastic stepmom.
Yeah.
I got obviously remarried, and Warren's mom. So she's just got like six like strong grannies in her life, and grandpas and moms, and she's just got like a
a lot of grannies.
The most amazing people in her life. So it all turned out good.
Oh, I like that. I like to hear a happy ending there eventually.
Yes.
And okay, so final question, final thing I always do is to say, if you can remember a situation with a crazy client or where something's gone completely wrong, because as a muso, we always just ask the musos these questions, because the musos are the best with these sort of things when they've had a crappy gig, like oh my God, and it's normally stuff that you've got no control over. Any times when something's gone completely wrong, the story with especially in business world, clients and whatever else, I don't know.
I think I can't think of it. I'm and you might realize this about me. I'm the kind of person that often speaks before I think. Like I've got better as I've got older.
Yes.
And I think in that is also sending that dreaded email, clicking send, and you've replied to all, and you're only supposed to be sending to one.
Yes.
At least a WhatsApp you can still delete,
Yeah.
But so I think that's certainly something I've had to learn to do. Like, Candice, just take a step back. And I often just seem to like vomit out words and my thoughts.
Okay.
And I should actually just give it a little bit more thought.
I remember my cousin, my cousin's famous story where she wanted to break. She was irritated by this guy or something, and she wanted to send this message to her friend. This guy is irritated all the time, and she thought BCC meant it's about him.
And included him
because this message, like, oh, I got your email. So everyone had the same. It had a good effect in the end anyway. Oh, that was very funny.
So,
emails is always bad.
There have been some very, very precarious situations.
And printers
blowing
to,
like, up. reverse my way out of.
Well, Kat, it's been fantastic having to talk with you and getting to know you. And I'm very glad we did this, and I'm sure we'll see you around, because maybe we'll do some gigs together.
There we go.
If you're doing some talks,
that'd be a real honor.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, cheers.
And thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure, and thanks to all of you online as well. Thank you to our sponsors, to Pinion, to Switch and Leads, and also to Grace. Grace, who sometimes brings us a bit of food. She's lovely, Grace. She's Fat Cats. Grace Erasmus, and she's Fat Cats Catering down there bottom. If you see, come off the freeway, always see their sign coming across there. And Amobia for our internet, Nicola. I don't know if you know Nicola as well.
I do.
She's a legend.
Yeah, she is.
And
she's very supportive of so many things.
Yes. She supported Gino's spot from the very beginning, Amobia, and the internet has been fantastic. They've kept it nice and stable. And I think she's another entrepreneur down Cape Town.
Yeah, I know her well.
Cape Town way as well.
She was very involved. I attended the Spa Ladies event in aid of Wings and Wishes.
Oh,
and
yes.
She was very involved in organizing and raising a lot of money for that
Yeah.
really, really good organization. So,
Yeah.
so
And these ladies that you get together with the girls sometimes, because the girls have, tend to be really organized, and when they get together, they make things happen.
Yes.
So there's lots of these girls, ladies things. I know Michelle Brown is one too, and the BWA was another one.
Yeah.
So what the vagina monologues as well. Those girls always get together. They do those talks.
What do
they do the
what
talks.
Do they talk about? Or is that
Well, we don't. They talk about all sorts. Michelle Brown and the girls. And Caroline Keller. But thank you so much for coming in. It's been fantastic. And cheers to all of you at home. And hello to Hannah in Cape Town. Next week, who do we have next? Oh, Nicole Flock, Nicole from Kingston, Nicole, the Flock family from Peter Pot.
I know them well.
They do the pottery stuff. So we're going to go into a bit of creativity next week and see what it's all about. Her brother's, of course, the physio as well, James Flock. No, he's got bones, the bones. Hey, what's it called? Cheers! Say cheers before I start talking again. Here we go. Thanks, Candice. It's been fantastic.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. One drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver, get to Gino's spot.
Gino Spots!
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino Spots!
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino Shot!
Get to Gino's spot.